Here with us now, I could not be more honored to have the captain of the 1980 Winter Olympics U.S. men's ice hockey team and Olympic gold medal winner, Mike Eruzione. Mike, my God, thank you so much for being here. What an honor.
Well, thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Well, so how does it make you feel as an Olympian, a gold medalist, when you hear our Olympians denouncing America?
Well, it's obviously frustrating. I don't agree with it. I do agree freedom of speech. Everybody's got a right to say what they want to say, but I don't think the Olympic platform or the Olympic Games are the right time for that. If you're a skier, I want to watch you ski. You're a hockey player, I want to watch you play hockey. Your political views have nothing to do with your competition. And I think that, keeping politics out of the Olympic Games is something that's important. And look, I've said this and people are probably tired of listening to me. Other than being a police officer, a firefighter, or somebody in the military who serves and protects our country, there's no greater feeling than putting on a USA jersey. You're not playing for Boston or Chicago, you're playing for your country. And it's a great honor to do that. My teammates and I had that honor in 1980 and took great pride in what we were able to do. I said this the other day, we could use a 1980 now. Our team, I think, exemplifies what the Olympic Games are all about, the heart, the hard work, what makes this country so great are moments like that. And, I just don't think politics should be involved in the Olympic Games. I think, it should be totally banned or outlawed. I know you have your opinion and you can say it, but I don't think that's the platform for it. And I don't like to see it. I think more athletes who are representing our country feel proud of what they're doing. We should talk to them. Maybe not talk about the ones who have issues with what's going on. Talk about that young girl or boy who's standing on the podium, who trained for years and won an Olympic medal, maybe not a gold medal, but won a medal for the United States. And I think we should take great pride in that and not be critical. I'm old school. I just think, like I said, we live in the greatest country in the world. And I agree you have a right to say what you want to say, but not during the Olympic Games. That's not the platform for it.
I can't help but feel that there's a class element to this. You and your teammates were all from very hard-scrabble, working-class backgrounds. I look at some of these athletes, and they just seem to me to be so entitled and not to have that humility that you brought to the game and to the bearing and to the conversation.
Well, my dad was a Marine, so I know and knew and grew up with respect. Respect the flag, respect your country, respect the opportunities that this country gives you. And I think our team was that. I mean, Herb Brooks used to call us a lunch pail, hard hat group of guys, because that's who we were. We were guys who just believed in what we were doing. We believed in each other. We respected each other. We trusted each other. Values that are important in life, not just in sports. And I think people saw what our team was about. I can't tell you how many times people come up to me, depending on their age, and they'll say, I remember where I was when Kennedy was assassinated. I remember where I was when the Challenger blew up. I remember where I was on 9/11, and I remember where I was when we won. And how I always go, I didn't know you were on the team. But that's what that moment meant. People felt part of it. People felt proud. And I know it was 40-something years ago, and life has moved on. But the values that you have, the values that our team had, carry today to this day. And I think if anybody saw the Netflix special, you saw that, the joy that a country had watching a sporting event. And I think we need more of that. We need more of people to appreciate what we have and not be negative. And I understand things aren't going well in a lot of areas, but guess what? We still live in the greatest country in the world. And let's embrace that and not criticize it.
Yeah, I was watching that Netflix documentary yesterday when I found out you're going to be on the show. It's such a beautiful documentary. I cried about 12 times. I couldn't get through it. I think every 5 minutes. One of the things that really struck me was, first of all, what you're pointing out. At the time, we had a hostage crisis. We had a recession. There were gas lines. Today, things are so much better, but people feel so much worse. You keep saying we need a 1980 now. But even more so is in 1980, our enemy was the Soviets. Today, it feels almost like our enemy is each other.
I just think it's a problem we have. People just don't respect people anymore. And again, like I told you, I'm an old school guy. I respect your opinion. I respect what you have to say, but respect my opinion, respect what I have to say. And I think we don't have enough people that respect each other. And when you lose respect for people, you're in trouble. And I've said that about many things. People always ask me about Herb Brooks. He was hard to play for. He was challenging to play for. But you know what? We respected Herb and we trusted Herb. And if you don't respect your coach and if you don't trust your coach, you're in trouble. If you don't respect your friends, if you don't trust your friends, you're in trouble. And I think that's a value that we need to get back. And those are values that our hockey team had. We were old school guys, that just had great pride in what we were doing and understanding we were playing for our country. And people were going to respond that way when they saw the success that we had. So again, like I said, it's sometimes frustrating to see it and hear it. But I think if you talk to the majority of our Olympic athletes, or probably more than our majority, I bet you every one of them is proud of what they're doing and proud that they're performing for the United States.
That's such a great point. Of course, there are so many more doing the right thing than those not doing the right thing. Mike Eruzione, I am so beyond honored that I got the chance to talk to you. God bless and protect you. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much, and let's root our athletes on. We got some big hockey games to come with our men and our women. Don't forget our women hockey players. They're gonna win. They're gonna win, and I'm hoping the men can win as well.
Amen. I hope so too. Take care.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.